Hey guys, guess what? As I told you before, I always have the best guests on my show. And the gentleman that's in front of my camera is no exception to that rule. Um, you may not recognize his face, but you sure as hell recognize his work. He's a well known production designer. He does a lot of production work behind the scenes. He's the one and only Roger Cristian, right? Roger, thank you so much for spending time with me and my audience. I don't know anything about you other than that you're a mystery man. So, without further ado, let's hear your origin. How did you get involved with the film industry?
I I came in as a art director and set decorator and worked my way up, doing a lot of different work on movies and stuff, and then met George in Mexico, and I was the third person hired on Star Wars, a set decorator, and I had to make the lightsaber, R2-D2, C-3PO, the Millennium Falcon, all the weapons, Han Solo's blaster, the stormtroopers. I made everything for them, and then I directed second unit on Star Wars Return of the Jedi, and I directed almost half of the Phantom Menace with George. So that was doing the Phantom Menace, and I art directed Alien as well. So I was responsible for the whole look of the interior of the Nostromo. How's that?
Well, Roger, thank you.
Ben Burt did the sound for the lightsaber. A lot of people claim to have worked on Star Wars. I got an Academy Award for working on Star Wars, so I'm actually one of the real deals. Ben Burt was a student who George hired to make the sound effects for the very first Star Wars that I worked on. And Ben, it was an accident. He had a mic and he walked in front of a cathode ray tube television in the old days, and it made the sound that most sound designers would have thrown away. He said, "There it is." And he was a projectionist at the theater when he was a student, and he used to alter the sound of the projector by putting his hand on the wheel, and that sound he recorded, and that two put together, that's the sound of the lightsaber, and everybody took it from there. Ben Burt did the sound for all of the Star Wars movies right up until after the Rise of Skywalker. So he did all the sound, everything. Ben's very famous. I've just done a documentary. I wrote a book about all of this so that everyone would know as a legacy, called Cinema Alchemist. This book here, which is on, this book's on Amazon. This describes everything in detail of how we made Star Wars, how I made everything, and also the making of Alien. And then I made a documentary which will come out some point soon, and Ben Burt tells the story himself. It's called Galaxy Built on Hope. That'll come at some point. And I have Ben Burt there told me the entire story of how this lightsaber came about.
Yes. I just fact checked. Unfortunately, Nelson Shin was part of the show production, but he did not create the sound. That was just a rumor somebody decided to put out there for the fun of it. All right. So, Roger, quick question. If somebody wanted to reach out for you to work on one of the films, what's the best way for them to go about it?
They can contact rogerchristian.com is my website, and I'm on LinkedIn and Facebook and Instagram as well. So there's a contacts there. It's the same, all under my name.
All right, Roger. And it's safe to say you will personally answer those emails if they do come through, right?
I have, yeah. I mean, it's depending on time and when it comes, but I often answer, yeah, because I fully support Star Wars. I think George gave the planet something to believe in, and so the fans are who have made this happen now as it is. So, yeah, they're very important.
All right. Well, you heard what the man said. Roger, thank you so much for your time. And don't forget to purchase his book, Cinema Alchemist. It's on Amazon. Woo! All right, guys. That's a wrap. Until next time. Bye-bye.